Welcome to Robert E. Cuther Gymnasium, where we are set for boys varsity basketball, Marshfield versus Pembroke, and quickly right off the gate, Jake Brilliant quickly tries to put up two. An intense start to this game that is sure to be great. MHS is dominating the court this season. They are 8-1. They won their last game against a no longer undefeated Whitman Hanson, 71-41. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Pembroke is 5-5 and has had an off and on season, and they lost their last game to Hanover, 63-81. Pembroke would definitely like to win a game. As Brilliant flushes his second free throw. Like I just said before, Marshfield has been on fire this season, being 8-1. They've only taken one loss. That was against North Quincy here in Robert E. Cuther Gymnasium. But in their last game, they absolutely dominated Whitman Hanson. Whitman Hanson went in there undefeated, and they walked out no longer undefeated. Marshfield definitely coming off some momentum in this game, as Feldman quickly looks for three and just out of the rim. And Pembroke quickly looks to put up two. Rebounded by Richardson, taken away by 11, and he'll put up two for Pembroke. Now this one goes to Elwood. Zips it over to Feldman. Whips it down the court to Padden, who puts up two for Marshfield. So far in this game, both teams seem to be evenly matched, as Pembroke once again going to put up two, tying up the game 4-4. It's Elwood and Padden passing it back and forth, now over to Richardson. Sends it back to Elwood, who takes a shot for three and swishes it for Marshfield. Now Elwood going to apply the pressure on Pembroke. And now this one's taken away by Elwood, going to float it over to Brilliant, who's going to put up two for Marshfield. Marshfield leading 9-4 in the early moments of this game. Pembroke now trying to get through Marshfield's defense as number 11 takes a shot for three in and out of the hoop. Now recovered by Brilliant, zips it over to Padden. And Padden now looking to put up two off the rim, rebounded by Richardson, and foul called. It's against Pembroke. Richardson misses his first. And the second one is off the back of the rim. Bit of some back and forth action on the court. Pembroke trying to spread the ball around. Marshfield looks to intercept it, overtaken by Pembroke, and now shoots for three. Pembroke trying to catch Marshfield as Feldman shoots for two off the front of the rim. Now Pembroke spreading the ball around, looking for an opening, and Feldman tries to take it away, knocks it out of bounds. Now Pembroke finding a small opening, but Feldman's going to block that one. Now over to Elwood, who zips it across the court, looking for Brilliant, intercepted by Pembroke. And during that offense play, the ball goes out of bounds. Marshfield going to get this one. Pembroke definitely playing very aggressive. They need to slow down, or else they'll keep making small mistakes like that that could cost them the game. Now this one goes to Brilliant, fakes three, zips it to Elwood, wide open three, and just off the back of the rim. Now Brilliant does a great job keeping it in bounds. Marshfield still in possession of the ball, and Brilliant now shooting for three off the rim. Ball goes out. This one's going to Pembroke, who quickly heads down the court and quickly underneath the hoop. But Marshfield applying the pressure. Pembroke trying to escape. And Luke Richardson will come out for Will Devine to enter this game. Marshfield spreading the ball around for Feldman. Misses two, and Brilliant going to recover it and put up two for Marshfield. Marshfield extending their lead by 4 now. Now Pembroke trying to find the opening, and they'll put up 2. Now Elwood heading in, going to shoot for 2, and he'll swish that one. Now Pembroke once again going for a 3 on the right side, and a timeout called by Marshall. We'll take a quick break for that on MSB TV. We are back from a timeout in Robert E. Cuther Gymnasium. Pembroke is trying to catch Marshfield. Marshfield leads 13-12. Pembroke seemed down in the early moments of the game, but they've been shooting for 3 quite often, and they've nailed 2. As Dan Patton quickly going to nail 3 for Marshfield. As I was saying, Pembroke has been developing a strategy of going for right wing 3s. They have nailed 2 of them. And that is where most of their momentum has come from, as once again, the ball is on the right wing, and it is shot off the rim. Now Brilliant. Down the court, tipped by Pembroke. In a fight between Loria and 13. Pembroke takes this one down the court. And looking to lay up 2. Almost recovered by Marshfield. And there it goes. Pembroke puts up 2. Now Brilliant. Zips it to Patton, who sends it back. Now to Elwood. Over to Loria, back to Elwood. Elwood zipping it to Patton, now Elwood. Looking for a man, finds Patton, who zips it to Loria. Marshfield trying to make it through the Pembroke defense, and this ball is now taken away by Pembroke. And now Will Devine tries to take it away from Pembroke, and the ball will go out of bounds. But it will be Marshfield's ball. Will Devine, an extremely aggressive player, both on defense and offense. Devine was a huge help to the win last game against Whitman Hanson, as Elwood shoots for 3 off the rim. Now to Pembroke. And quickly, Pembroke going to head down the court with that one. And now a three is shot by Pembroke, no good. Now with less than a minute left in the first quarter, Elwood will put up two for Marshfield, extending their lead by 4 now. Pembroke passing the ball around. Now quickly going to shoot for 2 off the rim. Now a fight between Marshfield and Pembroke. And the call is a Marshfield foul. The first foul for the Rams of this game. Ball goes to the floor, picked up by Pembroke, and they'll put it down 2. And that ends the first quarter of this game. Marshfield leads 18-16. We'll take a quick break for that here on MSB TV. We are now in the second quarter here in Robert E. Couther Gymnasium for boys varsity basketball. Marshfield leads 18-16. Both teams have been playing an incredible game. Marshall and Pembroke, both with great offensive strategies to put the ball in the hoop. Marshall only leading by 2, and a quick slip up by Pembroke. Loria going to take it away and head down the court, and he'll give it to Elwood, who quickly gives it back to Loria. Loria feeling the pressure, going to give it to Elwood, fakes the 3, and he'll shoot for real this time, and he'll swish it for Marshfield. Now Pembroke, extremely aggressive on offense. This one will be taken by Brady Loria. And Elwood zips it to Brilliant, who's going to lob it back to Elwood. Elwood once again going to send it to Brilliant. And Brilliant now looks for 2. Recovered by Loria, and the ball is tipped out of bounds by Pembroke. It is a Marshfield ball. And Elwood now going to throw for 2, and he'll get it. Pembroke now down by 7. And it is the first foul for Marshfield in the second quarter, their second of the game. As Pembroke quickly puts up 2. Pembroke down by 5. Marshfield has momentum. Now Elwood gives it to Brilliant, sends it to Richardson. Now to Elwood for 3. Off the back of the rim. Marshall looking to rebound it, but taken away by Pembroke. No. And Drew Fortin getting in there. The ball is on the ground. And the call is a Whitman-Hanson ball. Excuse me, Pembroke. And Pembroke will take a timeout. We'll take a break for that here on MSB. We are back from a Pembroke timeout here in Robert E. Couther Gymnasium. Marshfield leads 23-18. Pembroke been playing very aggressively this game. Pembroke playing even more aggressive now that Marshfield has the lead. They want to catch Marshfield and hopefully try to win this game. As Pembroke trying to find an opening, they'll shoot for 3, and it'll be off the rim, recovered by Brilliant. And Brilliant will zip it over to Fortin, who lobs it to Elwood. And Elwood now going to quickly throw it to Brilliant, sends it to Loria, gives it to Richardson. And a foul on Pembroke. Their first of the quarter, their third of the game. Richardson sinks his first of two. And Richardson goes 2 for 2. He was 0 for 2 in his last free throws, but now he makes up for it and goes 2 for 2. And Noah Feldman puts up 2 for Marshfield, and he'll get a foul shot. And the ball goes off the back of the rim. Now Richardson recovers the ball under the pressure, puts up 2 for Marshfield, extending Marshfield's lead by 11. Now Pembroke feeling the pressure to perform. And Pembroke will shoot from the right side of the court, no good. Elwood tried to throw it to Feldman, tipped by Pembroke, out of bounds. Substitutions made by both teams as Feldman shoots for 3, and he'll swish it for Marshfield. And now Elwood quickly steals the ball from Pembroke, gives it to Hessian, who puts up 2 for Marshfield. Marshfield is taking this game away from Pembroke. Pembroke spreading the ball around, and now a quick fumble by Pembroke. Now Hessian is going to take it down the court. Hessian has a quick slip up, going to give it to Richardson. Richardson quickly sends it over to Feldman, gives it to Elwood. And Elwood now gives it to Richardson right under the hoop and puts up 2. Marshfield is dominating this second quarter. Marshfield leads 36-18. Pembroke desperately wants to come back as the ball goes out of bounds. And Jake Brilliant going to come out for his fellow senior captain, Matt Elwood. Now Hessian. Under pressure from Pembroke. Hessian going to give it to Feldman, who keeps it from going out of bounds. Now into the hands of Richardson. And a foul on Pembroke. Now Feldman with a wide open 3 off the front of the rim. Now Pembroke making their way down the court, and the ball is tipped into the Marshfield bench. It is a Pembroke ball. Out of bounds. Now Pembroke looking for an opening, looking to put up 2 off the front of the rim. Now Richardson heading down the court, zips it over to Brilliant, and Brilliant now quickly going to charge in, looking for 2. Rebounded by Richardson, sends it over to Patton, gives it back to Brilliant, who puts up 2 for Marshfield. It is incredible how well Marshfield can perform under such pressure from Pembroke. And Pembroke now shoots for 3, once again off the front of the rim. Pembroke, too short with all of their shots today, as they will take a layup. Marshfield leads by 18. Now Feldman goes in looking to put up 2, and it is rebounded by Pembroke, almost out of bounds. Now Pembroke trying to find a way through the defense of Marshfield. They'll quickly go in for, looking for 2. And it will be a foul against Marshfield. Marshfield's second foul, their third of the game. As Pembroke shoots for 2 off the rim. Now Brilliant. Over to Padden, who gets the ball stripped away from him. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Marshfield's. Hessian and Richardson come out for Devine and Elwood. Now Elwood shoots for 2, misses, rebounded by Brilliant, who will put up 2 for Marshfield. Marshfield now leads by 20. Pembroke desperately trying to put up points. Looking to shoot for 3, felt the pressure from Marshfield. Whistle blown. It is a foul on Marshfield. Ryan McCabe. Marshfield's 4th of the game. Now Pembroke. Spreading the ball around. And looking to put up 2. Rebounded by Devine, who sends it to Elwood. Heading down the court. He's going to throw it all the way over to Padden. Fakes to McCabe. Padden now just going to shoot for 3. And off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Brilliant. Sends it to Elwood. And Elwood sends it to McCabe, who sends it back. And Elwood now going to look to throw it under the hoop. Taken away by Pembroke. And the ball is overshot and out of bounds. And another substitution made by Marshfield. Dan Padden coming out for Nolan Holmes to go in. And Elwood now gives it to McCabe. McCabe now throws it over to Elwood, sends it back to McCabe. Back and forth between Elwood and McCabe. Now to Brilliant, sends it back to McCabe, over to Elwood. Elwood back to McCabe. McCabe gives it to Devine, who gives it to Brilliant, who looks to put up 2 for Marshfield, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It is Marshfield's ball. Marshfield leads by 20. 22 seconds left in this first half. Now Holmes bobbles the ball, and it shot clock runs out on Marshfield. Now Pembroke with 15 seconds left in the first half. Pembroke would love to at least put up 2. Trying to slowly come back against Marshfield. Pembroke now, 5 seconds left. And they will looks for 2, no good. Now Devine looks for Brilliant. And Brilliant tries to throw it up for 2, no good. And that will end the first half. Marshfield leads 40-20. Absolutely dominating Pembroke. We'll see what happens in the second half. But before then, we'll take a break here on MSB TV. We are back from halftime here in Robert E. Cuther Gymnasium. Marshfield leads 40-20 against Pembroke. And Pembroke, right out of the gate, playing extremely aggressively. But Pembroke losing concentration on the small things as the ball is taken away by Marshfield and put up by Dan Padden, and he was also fouled on the play. So he will be able to take 1 shot from Marshfield. Patton going to sink his free throw. And Pembroke shoots for three. Ball goes out of bounds off the rim. Now Elwood has control. Elwood zips it over to Brilliant. Gives it to Richardson. Under pressure, heads into Feldman for three and swishes three for Marshfield. Marshfield on fire in this second half. Pembroke falling behind against Marshfield. And the ball is tipped out of bounds. It'll be a Pembroke ball. Now Pembroke trying to find a way around Marshfield's defense. Now number 13 for three. Swishes it for Pembroke. That's the kind of momentum Pembroke needs to come back in this game. Pembroke down by 23. Pembroke looking to make a slow comeback as Patton puts up two for Marshfield. Pembroke's not making a comeback if that's the kind of plays Marshfield is going to get on them. Now Marshfield applying extreme pressure on defense. And Pembroke shoots for two off the front of the rim. Brilliant rebounds the ball, trips up, ball goes out of bounds, and it is a Pembroke ball. Pembroke looking to find a way around Marshfield's defense. Marshfield not letting much by. Now Richardson and Patton applying the pressure, forces the ball to go to the three-point line. It is shot and it is sunk by Pembroke. Elwood gives it to Patton, who gives it to Richardson. And the ball is tipped out of Richardson's hands. And the call is a Pembroke foul. Richardson shooting two. Richardson makes his first. And the second one is off the back of the rim. Ball goes out of bounds, and it is a Marshfield ball. Brilliant gives it to Feldman, who quickly puts up two for Marshfield, extending Marshfield's lead, 51-26. Marshfield is leaving Pembroke in the dust. And Pembroke charges in, loses the ball. It'll be a Marshfield foul. And Pembroke goes 2 for 2 in free throws. Now Brilliant sends it over to Patton. And Patton under pressure from Pembroke, going to give it to Feldman. Dan Patton with great wherewithal of where his teammates are. When he feels the pressure, he knows where to throw the ball. First one's off the front of the rim. Feldman goes 0 for 2 in free throws. Foul called on Marshfield. Excuse me, foul on Noah Feldman. No Pembroke. Shoots for 3, swishes it once again. Pembroke doing a great job making their threes in the second half. Slowly trying to come back, only down by 20. And Brilliant shoots for 3 off the back of the rim. Pembroke feeling the momentum. And Marshfield defense feels the pressure as Pembroke puts up 2. Marshfield does not want to lose this lead to Pembroke, especially now in the game. As Richardson puts up 2 for Marshfield. Those are the kind of plays Marshfield needs to keep their lead intact. Marshfield leads by 20, but Pembroke on a great offensive momentum. Pembroke shoots for 2, no good. Rebounded, tapped away by Richardson. Pembroke under pressure, shoots for 2, no good, but foul called. Pembroke shooting 2. Feldman and Patton come out. Loria and Fortin enter the game as Pembroke makes their second free throw. Marshfield gets the ball taken away from them by Pembroke. Loria slips up, almost lets up a Pembroke basket. Now Brilliant. Getting down the court to Elwood. Sends it to Loria, who zips it over to Fortin. Fortin under pressure, going to give it to Brilliant. Now to Elwood. Fakes to Loria, sends it over to Brilliant. Now Loria sends it over to Brilliant, who gives it to Richardson, who looks to put up 2. Ball is tipped by Pembroke, recovered by Richardson, and the shot clock will run out for Marshfield. As Will Devine re-enters this game for Luke Richardson. Now Brilliant quickly looking for 2, taken away by Pembroke. Pembroke with a great defensive play there, keeping Marshfield on their toes. Now Pembroke quickly charges in for 2, no good. Patton and Brilliant both looking for it. And the ball will go to Pembroke. Marshfield seems to be a little slower on defense in this second half. They were leading 40-20 in the beginning of the half. They still lead 53-34. But Marshfield let up some key plays for Pembroke. As Pembroke still has the ball after that 3-point miss. And a foul called on Marshfield. That is the 5th foul for Marshfield in the second half. Elwood not happy about that call. And a timeout called by Marshfield. We'll take a quick break for that here on MSB. We are back from a timeout here in Robert E. Cuther Gymnasium on MSB TV. Pembroke shooting 2 fouls. First one is in and out. The second one is up, and it is swished by Pembroke. Now Brilliant. Over to Elwood, back to Brilliant. And Brilliant throws it into the court to Loria, sends it to Elwood, who drains 3 for Marshfield. Now Pembroke looking to do the same, and they'll do so. Pembroke drains 3. Now Elwood. Heading in, goes over to Brilliant, who shoots for 3, and he'll swish that one too. Threes are flying all over the court. And once again, Marshfield taking another timeout. And we'll take a break for that on MSB TV. We are back from timeout in Robert E. Cruther Gymnasium. Marshfield leads 59-38 against Pembroke. Pembroke, though, trying desperately to make a comeback as they will quickly look to shoot for 3, and it is airballed. Before the timeout, a quick series of 3s by both teams. This game has definitely gotten more aggressive as the time has gone on. Now Elwood giving it to Brilliant, who sends it to Devine, giving it to Loria, sends it to Feldman. Feldman giving it to Elwood. Back to Feldman, gets the ball tipped and out of bounds. Marshfield ball. Now Brilliant zips it to Loria, giving it to Feldman. And Feldman now giving it to Vine. Drops the ball, now taken away by Pembroke. And Pembroke now heading in, looking to put up 2, and they'll do so. Marshfield still leading, but Pembroke definitely having some momentum. Now Loria gives it to Brilliant. Now giving it to Elwood. Over to Feldman, back to Elwood, over to Brilliant. And an offensive foul by Will Devine. A little too aggressive against Pembroke. And with 3 seconds left in the third quarter, Pembroke looks to put up 2. No good. That ends the third quarter here in Robert E. Cruther Gymnasium. Marshfield leads 59-40 against Pembroke. Pembroke definitely trying to come back on offense. Slowly but surely, but Marshfield still dominating the court. We'll take a quick break for that here on MSB TV. We are back here in Robert E. Cruther Gymnasium after the third quarter just ended. We are now in the fourth quarter for boys varsity basketball. Marshfield leads 59-40 against Pembroke. And a quick travel called on Marshfield. Pembroke has been having great offensive plays. Marshfield, though, doing a great job matching them. As Pembroke shoots for 3, air balls into the hands of Brilliant. Now Brilliant sends it to Patton. Patton's going to zip it over to Richardson, and Richardson going to take a shot for 3, just off the rim. Now Pembroke heading down the court. Pembroke spreading the ball around, shooting for 3, and just in. Right around the rim and in for Pembroke. Marshfield still leads 59-43, but Pembroke definitely keeping Marshfield's defense on their toes. Now Elwood hands it to Feldman, and he'll put up 2 for Marshfield. And a big mistake by Marshfield. 3 shots for Pembroke for this foul. Marshfield bench not happy about that one. As Pembroke goes 2 for 2. Now on the final shot, Pembroke just misses. Now Elwood. For Marshfield, gives it to Brilliant, over to Feldman. Now Feldman to Richardson, who puts up 2 for Marshfield. Now Pembroke looking to do the same, and they'll do so. Pembroke puts up 2. Back and forth action between Marshfield and Pembroke. Whatever Marshfield does, Pembroke seems to do the same. Now Brilliant shoots for 3 and off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Pembroke. And Pembroke loses the ball, able to recover it. Now Pembroke shoots for 3, no good. Rebounded and put up for 2. Marshfield leads 63-49. Both teams doing great on offense, and Feldman puts up 2 for Marshfield. And Pembroke, a little too quick on offense. Ball goes out of bounds. Now Brilliant gives it to Elwood, who sends it back to Brilliant, giving it to Richardson. Fakes to Feldman, over to Patton. Now to Feldman, who puts up 2 for Marshfield. Now Pembroke heading into the court, and there will be a foul called. Another foul called on Marshfield, their second of this final quarter. Now Marshfield playing an aggressive defense on Pembroke, but Pembroke doing a great job trying to find the holes, and they'll quickly put up 2. Like I said before, Pembroke doing incredible on offense in the second half in Robert E. Cuther Gymnasium. Marshfield, though, leads by 16. Now Feldman looking to put up 2 just out of the rim. Now Pembroke getting the pressure applied by Feldman, and Feldman quickly going to take the ball and put up 2 for Marshfield. Now Pembroke with a wide open shot for 3, and it is off the rim. Now Richardson has the ball from Marshfield, gives it to Feldman, who sends it all the way down the court to Patton. And Patton loses the ball, though, keeps it in bounds. Now Elwood shoots for 2, and he'll switch it for Marshfield. Marshfield leads by 20. 4 minutes left in the final quarter in Robert E. Cuther Gymnasium. Now Marshfield steals the ball from Pembroke. Brilliant quickly gives it to Feldman, looks to put up 2. Ball goes out. It is a Marshfield ball. The Marshfield bench wanted a foul on that play. Now Brilliant sends it down the court to Patton. Patton now quickly gives it to Brilliant, who puts up 2 for Marshfield. Now Pembroke once again shooting for 3 off the front of the rim. Pembroke wants to put up the big points to try to make a comeback against Marshfield. Now Brilliant gives it to Patton, who shoots for 3 off the rim. Ball goes out of bounds. Pembroke ball.
Out of bounds, Titans ball. Checking in for the Reds, number 23, Brody Hession.
Now Pembroke looking to find a hole in Marshfield's defense. And Marshfield going to take it away. Matt Elwood heading down the court. And Elwood looks to put up 2, taken away by Pembroke. And a foul will be called. Foul called on Pembroke, their first of the quarter. Elwood sinks his first of 2 free throws. And Nolan Holmes going to enter the game for Marshfield, along with Ryan McCabe. Now Pembroke spreading the ball around, looking to find a hole in Marshfield's defense. Pembroke shoots for 2, no good, rebounded. Now Pembroke shooting for 3 off the front of the rim. Once again rebounded by Pembroke though. Ball is on the ground. And a timeout called by Pembroke. We'll take a quick break for that on MSB TV. We are back from a timeout in Robert E. Cuther Gymnasium. Pembroke with the ball. Marshfield leads 75-51, and the ball is overshot for Pembroke. Ryan McCabe chasing it down. Pembroke doing a great job keeping it in bounds. And they're going to get the ball. Now Pembroke looks for 2. Foul called on Marshfield. The third foul for Marshfield this quarter. Pembroke misses the first of 2.
Checking in for the Reds, number 30, Jack Stevens.
Pembroke goes 0 for 2 in their free throws. Now Stevens hands it over to Hession. Hession zips it over to McCabe. Now travel called. This is going to be a Pembroke ball. As there is 2 minutes left in this game, Marshfield leads 75-51 as Pembroke drains 3. Pembroke, in these last 2 minutes, trying to make a quick comeback. I don't know if that's going to work out for them as Marshfield leads by 21, and Jamison Bongelati shoots for 3. No good. Now ball on the ground. Jack Stevens looking to grab the ball from Marshfield, and it is going to be a Pembroke ball.
Checking in for the Reds, number 11, Andrew Youngworth.
This game is looking like it's over. Marshfield 75, Pembroke 54. Pembroke trying to come back. Marshfield, though, locking down on defense. And with 1.5 minutes left, Pembroke needs 21 points in order to make a comeback. I don't know if that can happen as Marshfield going to get the ball. McCabe gives it to Youngworth, who puts up 2 for Marshfield. Now Pembroke looking to do the same as Marshfield, but no. Now Nolan Holmes sends it over to McCabe, who goes up and puts up 2 for Marshfield. Now under a minute left. Marshfield leads 79-54. This game is looking like it's over. Pembroke looking for some last-second momentum. But with 40 seconds, Marshfield has victory in sight. Now Pembroke shoots for 3, goes off the back of the rim. Everybody looking for the rebound. Down to the three-point line is Pembroke. .20 seconds left. And Pembroke drains 3. But I don't know if that's going to help their game, as there is 12 seconds left in the game. Now 10. Marshfield. Andrew giving it to Andrew Youngworth, who's just going to dribble the ball and run the clock out for Marshfield. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Marshfield wins at home. Live in Robert E. Cuther Gymnasium, 79-57. Marshfield dominates Pembroke. I'm Ben Wilson for MSB TV. Good night.